What is up, ladies and gents? It is I, Kolos, and welcome back to Heavy Rain. Now, in the last episode, we saw Ethan and Sean spending some time together. We picked Sean up from school, we gave him a snack, we gave him some dinner, we let him watch TV, and we let him stay up past his bedtime, and ultimately fell asleep on the couch, and we had to lug him back upstairs. Well, not back upstairs, but we had to lug him upstairs and tuck him in for the night. So we saw a little bit of Ethan's house. We saw how he is no longer living with Grace, and it allegedly seems that they have split up. They didn't necessarily come out and say that, but I think it is generally understood that Ethan and Grace aren't together anymore. So Ethan is now living by himself, and him and Grace are sort of taking care of Sean and shifts and things like that. So we got to see a little bit of Ethan a couple years after the accident where Jason ultimately lost his life, unfortunately. But to this episode, we are not going to be controlling Ethan, much to maybe your surprise, I don't know. We'll actually be controlling this man, and this is Scott Shelby. He's a private detective. So Scott Shelby is an awesome, really cool character, extremely likable, and just a cool, character of the story. So I'm not going to spoil anything of why he's here or why we're controlling him or why he's at this motel or whatever. We're just going to go ahead and play through this scene, and you will see exactly what is going to happen. So let's go ahead and walk forward, and we'll talk to the man at the office here. Let's ask about Lauren Winter.
Lauren Winter. Ring any bells?
Nope, can't say it does.
An Origami Killer, 7 victims and still no lead. Again, sort of foreshadowing there. So if we choose to, we can, bribe this guy.
Oh, that Lauren Winter. Third floor, last door on the left, at the end of the corridor.
Of course. We'll go ahead and walk up on upstairs now. Jeez. I really need to think before I say things. That would be extremely helpful. So what did he say? Third door on the left? I think that's what he said. So 1. Okay, maybe it was just the second door. Sorry. Hello?
Lauren Winter?
Sorry, I only see clients by appointment.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's $50. I don't kiss and I don't do any weird shit.
Fine by me.
He's like, well, that's not really why I'm here, but
Put your money on the table.
So, this is nice.
The alarm rings, it's over, okay?
I'm not here for that, so I'm not going to give you my money.
You should take your clothes off. We ain't got all day.
Actually, I'm not a customer.
Shit, a cop. I should have known. What you want, a freebie? Is that it?
No.
My name is Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. The families of the victims of the Origami Killer asked me to investigate the murders. I came here just to ask you some questions about Johnny.
I already told the police all I know and I have nothing to add. Leave me alone.
Let's be compassionate. I think we need to be nice to Lauren.
I know what you're going through.
Oh yeah? You know what it feels like to find your own son's body on a wasteland? I'm sorry, I don't
whoops.
believe you have the slightest idea what I'm going through, Mr. Shelby.
The killer is walking around free as we speak. He'll kill again if he's not arrested.
My Johnny's dead, so what
That's very
difference
true.
does it make?
Ooh, I don't like either of those options.
About
Bye.
10 minutes of your time, didn't I? All I ask is that you use that time to answer some questions.
You want to pay me to tell you about my son? Is that it? You can buy my body, Mr. Shelby, but my son is not for sale. Get out of here. Get the fuck out!
Well, I didn't mean to do that. Well, that could have gone a little bit better. Oops.
Well, if you remember anything, the smallest detail, give me a call.
I wasn't trying to be a jerk. I was sincerely trying to, help out. Let's see. Can I go back and talk to her? I doubt it, but... Nope. Sorry, I just ruined a really good moment there by walking in front of her. Well, that was a hit and a miss. Well, I guess we better go ahead and leave. Whoa. Okay, Scott needs his inhaler. We need to find it quick. Come on. There it is. I like how the guy just walks past.
Lauren! Lauren, open up, baby. It's me.
Troy, what are you doing? I already told you I don't want to see you anymore.
Sorry, Dal, but I really wanted to see ya.
Nope. We're not letting him do that. Shoot. Come on.
What do you want, asshole?
Lauren,
Whoa.
is everything all right?
Alright, she's in trouble.
Swell. Now beat it, loser.
No, I'm not the loser. Okay, bust that door open, Scott. Do it.
If you're looking for trouble, you found it. I'm gonna beat
You know what, Troy? You can shut up. Right, here we go. Ooh. Nice. Right, we got this. Troy's a scrub. We got this. I'm Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective.
Troy, stop or I call the cops! Troy, I will call the cops!
Oh man. Nice. Ooh. Nice. Scott's a beast, I'm telling you. You think a broken beer bottle's gonna do something, huh? No way. So close. We almost got him. He's on the ropes, I can tell. Just a few more hits in him. Oh, come on. You got this, Scott. Everyone's counting on you. I believe in you. Get this punk out of here. He's annoying. Come on, we're so close.
See you again,
Right, there we go.
asshole.
Are you alright?
Better than him, I guess. Who is it?
An ex-client who thinks he owns me. He was getting violent, and I told him I didn't want to see him anymore.
You should be careful. They'll probably be back. Sorry about the mess.
Mr. Shelby,
Yeah.
thanks.
Scott's awesome. If only we got her to talk, but that's alright. It happens. Alright, now we got another new character. So this is Norman Jayden, FBI. That was a really terrible impression, but... So we get to play as Norman Jayden now, which is very cool. See, I don't know if I mentioned in the first episode, you actually play as 4 different characters. So Ethan Mars being one, Scott Shelby being another, and then Norman Jayden being the third. And the 4th character will be introduced a little bit later on. So, yeah, we can go ahead and see Norman's first chapter. I've only been recording for about 10 minutes, so... Oh boy. do it, Norman. That's could cause some problems in the future, but we're gonna put that stuff away right now. I like Norman. He's a cool character too. Alright, so let's go ahead and investigate this crime scene or whatever's going on here.
Zone is sectioned off, sir. Please step back.
Agent Norman Jayden, FBI.
You got a badge?
Norman Jayden?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Check. You can pass.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake. Is he around?
I saw him arrive earlier. He's here somewhere.
Thanks.
Alright, so we need to find Lieutenant Blake. So let's go ahead and duck under this crime scene tape here. I'll go ahead and walk around. So yeah, this game does look, unless it's my imagination, I think this game does look a bit better than the PlayStation 3 version. I mean, I'm sure it does since this is PS4, but...
Video memo recording, Agent 47023, Norman Jayden, Tuesday, October 4th, 2011. Time is 8:14 a.m.
But yeah, so this game does look a little bit better than the PS3 game, which is obviously good and cool. So you can see Norman put on these special glasses, and this is the ARI, or the ARI, and it basically lets you sort of examine crime scenes in different areas way more effectively than you normally would have. So you can see by his right hand there's a little R1 icon, so if we go ahead and push that, it sort of scans the area in the vicinity and some different things pop up, and we get to walk over to them and check and see what that item or whatever that is actually is. Let's see, we'll go ahead and examine this real quick. So it just tells you a little bit about that item or whatever it is. So it's not related to this investigation right now, but we actually don't know what this investigation is, unless you've played this before, obviously. So let's go ahead and bleh. I cannot talk, I swear to God, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and find Lieutenant Blake and talk to him. So he's the only guy not wearing a reflective police poncho. Oh, I didn't mean to walk into the puddle there. But anyway, yeah, here's Lieutenant Blake.
Lieutenant Blake? I'm Agent Norman Jayden from the FBI. I went by your office this morning. They told me to be here.
Now, if you're looking for rain, dead bodies, and highways, you come to the right place. Mike, will you tell that asshole with the bulldozer to stop for 5 minutes? I can't hear myself think here.
Right away, Lieutenant.
Well, are you coming, Jayden?
Alright, just give me a minute. Okay, let's ask him
So-
some questions.
What happened?
Some guy taking his dog for a piss found a body about 6 o'clock this morning. We don't know much more right now. Based on what we've seen, looks like the work of the Origami Killer.
Oh, man.
Has the body been identified?
Identity.
No, not yet. We should know more later today. Any news on the coroner? He's on his way, Lieutenant. We've been waiting for an hour, for fuck's sake.
Let's see.
Any witnesses?
None yet. Given the neighborhood, I'd be surprised if anybody saw anything.
Okay,
Has the time of death been established?
Based on the rigor mortis, must be less than 6 hours ago. We should know more once the coroner has had a look. Tony, I don't want to see a single shit-stirring journalist within a mile of here. You got it?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Do you have any
leads?
My men are going over the scene with a fine-tooth comb. If the killer left anything behind, we'll find it. Listen, I'm a little busy here. Why don't we discuss all this a little later, back at the office?
Oh, no problem. I understand. Do you mind if I have a look around?
Be my guest. Hey, Jayden, you come and see me if you find anything, okay? We're on the same team now.
Alright, Blake. Take care, buddy boy. Alright, let's go ahead and do a little of our investigating of our own. So let's put on our airy glasses once more. And let's go ahead and investigate the area. So we'll go ahead and scan the environment again. So you can see a bunch of different footprints, but this is, from everybody that's been walking around this crime scene. So footprints probably won't help too much unless we find a really distinct pair or something like that. So let's go ahead and check out this tent over here, which is covering the victim.
Harry, comment. The victim is lying on his back. No visible signs of violence.
Okay, so let's go ahead and scan this area real quick. So as you can see, the victim is a young child, a young boy. And, yeah, so we'll go ahead and examine his body and learn a little bit more about what happened and why he is here.
An orchid was placed on the victim's chest. A small
That looks familiar, doesn't it?
figure in the right hand. Fingers were probably closed after the time of death.
So yeah, that's pretty compelling, isn't it?
The victim is Jeremy
Let's
Bowles,
take a closer look here.
declared missing 5 days ago. See reference file.
So he was born in 1999, so and this is 2011, so he's only a young kid.
Superficial wound on the right thigh. Blood analysis suggests it could be post-mortem. Probably a scratch that occurred when the body was being moved. The blood report indicates an advanced and long-lasting state of exhaustion. His face is covered with mud, like the other victims.
Yeah. So, with all this evidence, with the orchid on the chest, an origami figure in the right hand, a young boy, mud on his face, it's basically a good indicator that this is a victim of the Origami Killer, since those are his, I guess calling cards, if you will, with, the orchid and the origami figure and being a young boy, so. And we learn that a little bit later in the story, so it's not really a spoiler. But, as you could hear and see that, Norman, Jayden, and everybody else clearly thinks that this is, the work of the Origami Killer. So let's go ahead and do some more investigating here real quick. See if we can find anything else. But yeah, when I first played this, I wondered, and I actually still wonder, when we will get technology that sort of lets us scan the environment like this. Because this game, as Jayden said earlier, that this is in 2011, and, as far as I know, we don't really have anything like this unless there's some super secret product or prototype that they're working on. But it'd be interesting to see, how police work progresses in the future. Seeing how we can do investigating like this. It might be pretty interesting to see. But anyway, let's check this out right here.
Harry, comment. Sample of no interest. Comes from one of the policemen present on the wasteland.
Yeah, it's just to show you that there's a lot of people walking around, and I don't really think you can talk to anybody. Let's check out some of the railroad tracks. And like I said, I have played this game before, but I don't really remember a whole lot about it. So yeah, hopefully that's okay.
Dead cat.
Oh
the
man.
FBI doesn't keep files on dead cats. Not yet.
I'm sorry, that's not really funny, but it's the way you said it. FBI doesn't really have files on dead cats. Anyway. there's something... Oops, sorry. Is there something over here? I don't think so. No, so let's just keep... What is that? What is that floating? I don't remember that.
Harry, comment. Orchid pollen detected. Probably from the flower left on her body.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. That makes sense.
Harry, comment. The pollen particles disappear in the tall grass. It's probably the end of the trail.
Peculiar. Very peculiar indeed.
Analysis confirms it comes from the victim.
Well, that's substantial. Let's see, is there anything else over here? I don't think there was, no. So let's check out this footprint over here.
Footprints continue just after the pollen trail. There's a good chance that they're the killers.
Interesting. So yeah, we're clearly on the trail of something. Let's listen to his thoughts. I haven't really done that yet.
Seems the only traces the killer left are those he intended to leave. He knew exactly what he was doing, right down to the tiniest detail.
It's very
There's
interesting.
a railroad track near where the body was left. Same as all the other victims.
So yeah, again, sort of corresponds to his MO, that, you know, all these things are in place, you know, with the young boy, the age of the victim, the orchid, the origami figure, being left in the rain, being left by railroad tracks, things like that. So definitely seems to point to the Origami Killer.
Way too many people here. They're trampling all over the crime scene.
Yep. Sometimes what happens.
Very common. Traces of blood on the fence behind the railroad line. It comes from the victim.
Interesting.
The killer came this way with the body and probably grazed it on his way through the fence.
So we need to investigate up there then. So how do we... Oh, okay. Oh boy. So we need to carefully make our way up this hillside here. Nailed it. Alright, we'll do the same thing. Come on, Jayden, you got this. It's just a suit, you're fine. Don't even worry about it. You can buy another one. Okay. Now we're here. Okay, so we got some other things popping up here.
There's a good chance that they're the killers.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Oh, we got some tire tracks. Nice. That should help.
Very common. Tire tracks on the side of the road behind the railroad line. It may be the killer's car. Think I've seen all there is to see.
Alright, so with Jayden saying that, it gives us... Oh, jeez. Gives us a good indication that... Jayden's awesome. So, with him saying that he's seen all there is to see, that gives us a good indication that we've done all of the investigating that we could do at the moment. So let's go ahead and make our way back down this hill again. This should be a little bit more fun than playing Twister with my fingers. We do not want to fall, because that would be bad. Because Jayden would be even more angry than he is right now, after getting splashed with rainwater by a car. Which sucks, by the way. I haven't really had that happen to me, but it almost has a few times. So yeah, I think we're about done. So let's go ahead and take off our glasses and make our way back to the car. Yeah, again, I just love the graphics and the style of this game. I think it's really cool because it feels like a real, area with these cars and these people walking around, the trains and the everything like that. It just has a very sort of authentic feeling, which is really cool. So that will do it for our investigative purposes today. Probably feels good to get into a nice car, even though you've got mud all over your jacket. Alright, so that was our introduction to Scott Shelby and Norman Jayden. So we learned that Scott Shelby is a private detective investigating the murders of the Origami Killer, and Norman Jayden, an FBI agent, also investigating the Origami Killer's murders. So there's a new victim, Jeremy Bowles, who was just discovered this morning, and Scott Shelby he at least tried to interview Lauren Winter about her son Johnny, who was also killed by the Origami Killer. So in the previous episode, we saw that Ethan was holding an origami figure in his hand, and he was sort of standing in the middle of an abandoned street. So we don't exactly know what that's about. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of comes across or comes up from that. So, yeah, we've been introduced to 3 out of the 4 characters so far. Ethan Mars, Scott Shelby, and Norman Jayden, FBI. So, yeah, the story is picking up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future episodes here. So that's going to do it for today's episode. It's about a half hour long, and, I like to keep these at about a half hour, something like that. It seems like a good, decent chunk of time. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I hope you all are looking forward to the next episode. And, if you haven't played this game before, I hope that you're excited to see what's going to come next, and, what's going to happen with Ethan and Scott and Norman and all the other characters in this game. So if you liked the video, please hit that like button. It helps out a whole lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And also, if you want to see more, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also helps out quite a bit. But anyway, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you again so much for watching and for stopping by and giving this video a chance and just taking a look at it. So I greatly appreciate it. So I hope you all have a great day. Thank you again, and take care.